Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. Today, the emotion associated with leaving Australia. I've been back to Australia, I think 3 times in the past 7 years. But prior to that, there was 10 years before I went back to Australia. So my relationship with Australia over the past 17 odd years has been mixed at best. It's strange to even talk about having a relationship with a country. Seems like rather a strange way of addressing it. But there were a series of experiences that I had in Australia, some of which I've outlined in the Short Funk podcast, some of which I've outlined elsewhere, which just made me feel like Australia was not my home. Now, I have family members in Australia, and I visit Australia periodically in order to catch up with family, and also catch up with the friends that I still have in Australia. And on some occasion, there's an intersection of people that have come in from outside Australia, and that's always really nice as well. But when you make a decision to leave a country, when you have a series of factors that cause you to leave a country, you tend to have an assessment when you go back to that country associated with whether these factors have improved or whether these factors have gotten worse. And every time I return to Australia, the factors, or some of the factors that caused me to leave Australia, in particular the quality of the political discussion, the quality of the news media, the general level of education and discourse that I engage with the population, these kind of things are factors that cause me a great degree of concern. Now, truth be told, a number of these factors cause me concerns with regard to being in the US as well. But the particular style of racist ignorance and just general poorly read, I don't know, there's just some quality associated with the Australian news media in particular that really, really irks me. It's like there's a certain intellectual class that should be motivating and engaging with discourse that is either not in any way present in the news media or just no longer exists in the country. And this is a rather strange view because, again, same analysis could be used with regards to the US, perfectly frank. But there are other benefits that I have living in the US currently, which I could never gain in Australia. So when I come to leave Australia each time, I have this strange sense that perhaps I should be sad, perhaps I should be, I don't know, just leaving family and friends behind in this strange country that I don't really have much affiliation with anymore. Then that passes. And I was thinking in particular with this trip, as I left Australia, there were groups of families kind of crying and hugging, children going away for the first time, and I just thought to myself, where does that emotion reside in me? I mean, when I left Australia for the first time to come to the US, my mother in particular was very concerned about, of all things, gun violence and how this would impact me living in the US. But now, as I leave Australia, I don't really get that sense anymore. I get a sense that I'm an independent adult who exists in a somewhat unique circumstance, and I just try to make the most of that circumstance. And unfortunately, the changes that Australia would need to make in order for me to feel comfortable going back have increased, not decreased, since I left Australia. Now, truth be told, I probably could have been part of the discourse in Australia if I'd stayed. But I think the damage that it would have done to me on a variety of levels just makes me feel like I've made the right decision. And it's a strange sense when you come to an airport to leave a country that you feel so happy to be leaving. It rests with me somewhat uneasily as I get older and I have this emotion going forwards. So, some degree of critical insight, some degree of introspection provided here in a Short Funk recording. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.